Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Meroy and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today, I'm not going to teach you how to sell your art online, but I am going to talk about where to sell your art online, most precisely your digital downloads, your printables. And yes, I'm pretty sure that most of you are thinking Etsy right now. And Etsy is an amazing marketplace. It's a huge marketplace. I do believe it's the biggest marketplace to sell digital downloads and printables online. But there are so many other places where you could be selling your printables, your digital download items that are not Etsy. Well, Etsy is a huge marketplace that comes with a lot of potential buyers. It also comes with a lot of competition. So let's say you want to sell coloring pages, like printable coloring pages. Hop onto Etsy, type in printable coloring pages, and see how many people you're supposed to compete with. And it's not just about competing with people when it comes to people searching. Even if people do end up at your store and you're a new seller, they're going to see a new store without any sales, without any reviews. They're going to look below and see a bunch of other stores right in your listing. So even if you do spend the time to bring in your own traffic, that traffic is just going to see a bunch of other people from Etsy right in your listing down below. Branding with Etsy is pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can have your own logo, you can have your own cover photo, you can have your social links down below, and use your fonts and your colors when you're making your Etsy listing photos. However, Etsy is always going to have the same font, it's always going to have the logo of Etsy, and it's always going to be Etsy. And I remember seeing this in a lot of YouTube videos when people were talking about the difference between Etsy and Shopify, even when they were not talking about printables or digital downloads. They were saying something that is really true. If someone purchased something on Etsy and you ask them, hey, that's a cool necklace, where did you get it from? Most likely, they're not going to even remember the name of the seller. They're going to say some cute shop on Etsy. And that branding is super important. And it's not even just that, it's the fact that people are complaining about having their shops shut down. And yes, if you're on a marketplace, any marketplace can decide to suspend you, whether it's just or not, whether you did something wrong or not. And if this is your only source of income and you put all these hours and efforts into it, and sometimes even money, constantly marketing your shop, your time, your money, your efforts, and a lot of love, and that could all be taken away just like that. And for those reasons, for the people who want to invest time in their art, who want to sell printables branded by them, who want to have their own digital download spot, I made a list of several alternatives for selling printables and digital downloads on Etsy. And these alternatives can be used regardless of Etsy. I mean, you can have your own Etsy shop and still be selling on these platforms, or you can decide to forsake your Etsy shop or your Etsy venture and just focus on these platforms. And I went in, I sort of was looking for the most general information that I could find, like how much does it cost you to get started, what are the fees that you're about to be paying, and how much is that level of customization that you can do within these platforms. During my research, I saw actually quite a lot of platforms, and I'm not yet fully savvy on all of them, but if there is a platform that is really interesting for you guys, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be happy to go ahead, check it out, and make a full tutorial just about that. There are actually a bunch of tutorials lining up for some of these platforms to be, diving deeper in, and some of these platforms already have a tutorial in the channel. I'll make sure to leave links down below to the videos that already exist and keep updating this video description. So if by the time you're watching this, I have already made another video in my future and in your past, it will also be linked down below in the description. Are you ready to get started? The first platform we're going to be talking about is Shopify. And Shopify is basically a platform that allows you to set up an instant shop. It has everything you need in a shop. It has the cart. It has products like listings. It has categories for products. You can even make your own blog, connect your own domain, and fully customize this to your needs. To start off with Shopify, other than the 14 days free trial, you have to pay $29 a month. And they do have more expensive plans, but the first one, the cheapest one, is $29 a month, and you can easily download and connect the plugin for digital downloads to Shopify, which is free. Shopify does not charge you to update the listing or to upload a product, but you will have to pay between 0.5% and 2% for each transaction being made from Shopify. Obviously, if you're sending your revenue into PayPal or to Payoneer or to whatever it's connected to, you might have more fees to look into within that payment processing service. Shopify stores are built using themes. These are basically templates of how the store is going to look like, and they're super easy to customize, and a lot of them are free. I mean, well, not a lot of them if you look at the grand scheme of things. There are so many themes for Shopify that cost money, but if you're just starting out, finding a free theme and just starting with it might be the best solution. You can pretty much customize everything from colors to fonts, have your own logo, and of course your own domain to create a full ecosystem that is just yours. Yes, you will not have the backing of a marketplace. Traffic is not just going to pour in from people searching on Etsy. But one, traffic isn't exactly pouring from Etsy either. And two, people do search for things like printables and digital downloads on Google. So instead of going in and trying to investigate Etsy SEO or what is trending on Etsy, if you're setting up your own Shopify store or any of the other stores that I'm talking about, please make sure to follow up on Google SEO. Google SEO Trends tool, which was reviewed in this channel already, and it was a super fun tutorial. And just make sure that you're up to date with what people are searching for on Google and on other search engines, and combine your SEO and build your shop according to that. Next up, we have WordPress and WooCommerce. WordPress is the biggest platform, the biggest service, the biggest technology to self-build your own website without needing to code. It does help if you can code. HTML, CSS, and PHP will definitely help you out with WordPress, but you can make amazing WordPress websites and blogs without even knowing how to code. It's my favorite platform to go to, my favorite type of technology to be using for the past, I would like to say 8 or 9 years. And WordPress has a plugin, a free plugin called WooCommerce, which basically transforms everything into a shop. So you can add products, have collections, have a cart, have a user log in, see what they paid for, and have the payment processing all set up. WordPress is also built on themes, and there are so many of them. There are so many simple free themes that you could be using and then, connect them to your WooCommerce plugin. But there are also extremely complex premium themes that have a free version, like Astra, Cadence, or Ocean WP that I've mentioned several times in this channel before. WooCommerce fees for each and every product that you sell depends on the processing service, on the payment processing service, and is not a fixed amount that I can tell you guys. But it doesn't cost any money to upload products into the website. It does cost to host the website somewhere and purchase the domain. Domain names can cost you $9, $10, $20, even $2,000 depending on the complexity, though most domains cost around $9 to $11. Hosting services can start from $10 a month to $100 for 4 years, depending on the hosting supplier, depending on the package you take, how long do you pay up front, and with some of them you're also going to get a free domain. My favorite one to use is Hostinger. They're relatively cheap, they have good customer service when it comes to the chat, you can get free domains if you get the extended hosting services, and SSL securities is pretty much $11 or $12 per lifetime. Moving on to something simpler than both Shopify and WooCommerce, we have Sellfy. And Sellfy is a platform that I've yet to dive deeper into, although it does look interesting. You have $19 costs per month. You can connect your own domain, and they say that they don't take processing fees on their end if you make any sales, so it's worth checking out. If you want me to go ahead and check out Sellfy for you guys and make a full tutorial about them, please let me know that in the comments section down below. We've already had several tutorials in this channel about Shopify and WordPress, so I'm kind of interested in hearing from you guys if you want me to make more tutorials on them or if you want me to make a tutorial on Sellfy. We also have eSeaWid, which is sort of free if you have only 10 products, and then it goes up to $12.5 per month if you want to sell between 10 and 100 products, and it goes up the more products you want to upload. This could be an interesting selection for people who are just starting out and they want their own like custom kingdom to play around with, but they don't have a lot of products yet. This is another platform that I just encountered doing my research yesterday and I still don't know much about. So it would quite be interesting to see. If you want me to make a tutorial about that one, go ahead, check out eSeaWid's website as well as Sellfy's website and let me know which platform is more interesting to you guys, and I'll put in the small box and make a tutorial on that. Moving up to a platform that has been on this channel quite a lot is Payhip. And Payhip is a super cool platform that basically lets you open up an instant shop that is on their domain. So it's like payhip.com/whatever your shop name is. And people can go in there, you can customize your own logo, you can customize the colors, you can customize the fonts, and you have so many amazing options that are built into the system. You have the option for a printable or a digital download item to sort of give a free preview. So for example, if you're selling a digital paper pack that has, I don't know, 15 papers, you can give out one for free. People can click on it, download it, and view the quality. You can also do it if you're selling ebooks. Let's say you're selling a book, a very long book, a novel that you wrote down as an ebook. You can have the first chapter or half the first chapter listed as free. So whenever people go onto your ebook, they can click on it and start reading. And well, if they can't put the book down, they're gonna have to buy it from you. One of my favorite features with Payhip, and the reason why they were on this channel so much, is the fact that you can have an instant promotion and discount to someone who shares your listing on social media. There's actually a button for that. So you can give like 25% off if someone is gonna share this on Pinterest, on Twitter, or on Facebook. So that's an amazing way to have other people do the job of marketing for you. And it also banks sort of on the fact that these people might have friends who are interested in the same topics as they are. And it is kind of cool, especially because you don't have your own costs. I mean, it's not like you have to pay anything to sell printables. Once you made a printable coloring book, for example, you can set it up for $10, but if someone's going to promote it on Facebook, they will get 20% off. You don't lose that much money, actually. People feel more motivated to share this on social media, and I don't think that they will delete it anytime soon. Plus, it's a cool way to give people a discount other than, hey, everything in my shop is 50% off, like I see so many people on Etsy doing. True to today, Payhip does not have the option to connect your own domain to it, but it does have a free option. Payhip basically has 3 packages. The free one, which basically costs you $0 a month, but Payhip is going to take 5% commission for each transaction. You can choose to pay Payhip $29 a month, and then your commission, basically your transaction fees, are being lowered to 2%, or choose to pay Payhip $99 each month for 0 commission. And I know a lot of people are going like, why would I pay $99 a month just to not pay commission? Because, you know, if you're just starting out and you're going to sell like 5 or 6 different printables a month, and they're going to be relatively cheap if you're selling printable sticker sheets or printable planners, go ahead with the free plan of Payhip and pay 5% commission. But if you're starting to sell in bigger volumes, just opt in for a bigger package and pay less commission. You know, just do the math in your head. Because if you're starting to sell really well and you're selling $6,000 or $5,000 a month, yeah, $99 per month is pretty much going to be better than 5% commission. One of the things I like most about Payhip is that they don't force you in to paying more money to get more features. All of the features of Payhip, the full customization of the fonts and the colors, the option to give away a free file, as well as the option to share stuff on social media to get a discount, are available on all of them. You don't have to pay more money to have more features. They do have a lot more features than what I've mentioned. There were several tutorials using Payhip in this channel, and a link down below to Payhip to go ahead and check it out for yourselves. If you do have a WordPress website and you thought to yourself, hey, well, I can just put in the WooCommerce plugin, turn my WordPress website into a store, and that would be an awesome way to sell printables or digital downloads. That is true, but Payhip also has this embedded plugin into WordPress where you can have a checkout from Payhip, like an actual product from Payhip on your WordPress blog. So if you're already blogging and you're looking into printables as a way to make extra money, it might be better to connect this with Payhip and not put it, like, not transform your blog all of a sudden into a shop and change it too much. If you want me to make a tutorial on how to embed basically stuff from Payhip, products from Payhip, into your own WordPress website, please let me know that in the comment section down below. I really wanted to make that tutorial last month, but I thought to myself that I have no idea how many of you guys are actually using WordPress or Payhip. So if that is something that is interesting to you guys, I will make a video about it. I have a Payhip account. I have a bunch of WordPress websites, so it's not a problem at all. Just comment and ask. Another service resembling Payhip is Gumroad. And Gumroad, I think, was so much more popular than Payhip. I mean, I was looking into so many YouTubers who do Procreate tutorials, who do designs, and they all chose to sell their art or sell their brushes on either Etsy or Gumroad. And I'm not sure why. I mean, I was looking into Gumroad and it does look nice. It looks like you can fully customize everything, but the fees are higher than Payhip. I do know that a potential reason for that might be timing, because as I was discovering Payhip and I was like, oh my God, this is an amazing tool. Why has no one talked about this? You can set up your own shop and it's so amazing. I went into their social media and I saw that roughly a month or 2 months before I made the video about them, they launched this option to build a store. So one of the reasons why my favorite YouTubers are using Gumroad and not Payhip could be because when they set it up, Payhip was not really a viable competition. It wasn't really a competitor of Gumroad, and Gumroad was just the better option. Gumroad's fees are sort of tricky. So you start off by paying 9% fees to Gumroad for each and every transaction. However, once you pass $1,000 in a lifetime of your membership with Gumroad, then you start paying 7% processing fees. Pass $10,000 lifetime and pay 5% fees. Pass $100,000 and pay 3% processing fees. And if you end up selling $1 million, it's 2.9. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing from going like from 3% to 2.9%, but I'm guessing that it's just, their minimal fees or something like that, because they are free. However, Gumroad sort of has the Discover Gumroad, which is a platform that features you to their clients. And if you get your product on the Discover Gumroad and you get a sale from Discover, you have to pay an extra 10% fee. One of the best features for Gumroad is the option to rent someone a downloadable product. So in that way, you can sell a movie, like a downloadable version to rent a movie, and limit the amount of time that people have to watch that movie. Kind of like Blockbuster. But those are just some of the options and some of the info on Gumroad, because there's going to be a full tutorial on Gumroad in this channel, and I'm not even asking you guys. I'm just letting you know there's a full Gumroad tutorial coming up in October in this channel, because seeing so many of the people that I appreciate so much online using Gumroad makes me want to make a tutorial about them, because, well, I'm going to check them out for sure, and I might as well film it while checking it out. If any of you are using Gumroad or using Payhip or any of the other alternatives that I mentioned here, please let me know. And if you are and you've already set up shop, feel free to check out a link down below in the description to shop reviews. You can go in and anonymously submit your shops. I would love to review Payhip shops and Gumroad shops and Shopify stores and WooCommerce, wherever it is that you're selling your printables or digital downloads and print on demand. Because shop reviews is for everyone. And as of next month, shop reviews are going to be a weekly thing. I did mention in some of my videos that October is going to be completely different. I am changing everything that I do in my channel starting from the first day of Q4, which is 1st of October, and really making a schedule. And more on that in next videos. Last but not least, an honorable mention, Creative Fabrica. Yes, Creative Fabrica has been on this channel for such a long time because, well, I'm using their graphics for print on demand, and I love using their fonts. I'm obsessed with the fonts that are out there. And you can use them for commercial purposes. There is a link down below to a page they made especially for the Made Tribe community, where you can get 30% lifetime discount for the print-on-demand membership, which is super cool and super awesome. But you can also sell on Creative Fabrica. We had a full interview with Linnea from Creative Fabrica Print on Demand and KDP department, where she was talking about the licensing, the trends, and yes, she was also talking about how to sell on Creative Fabrica, how to contact them, how to start a portfolio there, and what you can sell there. And I'm not gonna elaborate on that as much because I do want to get back to Creative Fabrica and talk to them about how people can sell on their platform. Let me know if that is something that is interesting to you guys. If you want to see someone else from Creative Fabrica or see Linnea again in this channel talking about how to sell on Creative Fabrica, because I'd love to host people here. It feels kind of lonely. By the way, if any of you guys who are watching this and have a special story to tell about how they started selling printables or digital downloads, please let me know. You can do that by DMing me on Instagram at may.arroyo, because I am kind of itching to have a guest on my channel that is one of the viewers. With all that information now in our heads, where should you sell your printables and digital download items? Because it is a huge, huge amount of information. And I do believe that the right answer would be different for each and every one of you. I can try and explain it from my perspective because I am coming back to Etsy soon and launching an Etsy store to sell seamless patterns and clip art for commercial purposes, because I do believe that there is a huge crowd there, and I don't want to start selling this on my own platform and promote it by myself because I'm doing so many other projects, which is the puzzle project that I'm super excited and that you'll hear more about. This channel, possibly another channel that's going to be relating to the puzzle project that I'm working on, with going back to 3 print-on-demand platforms at the same time. And it's going to be insane. It's going to be a crazy Q4, guys. So I am going back to Etsy. I'm also going back to different print-on-demand platforms, and will possibly expand using Payhip to sell printable items that are not relating to what I want on my Etsy store, because that is also a reason to have an alternative for Etsy. Because let's say you're selling printable wall art on Etsy and you're having a great time and you're making a good amount of money, but you started developing new skills and you're making printable coloring pages and you don't want to infuse them in the same shop, and you don't want to manage 2 Etsy shops. I know a lot of people who are afraid to open a new Etsy shop because they feel like they might get suspended. So you can use Gumroad, Payhip, Shopify, WooCommerce, or any of these other options to sell a different type of printable or digital download. Or let's say you have a printable Etsy store to sell printable greeting cards, but you also want to sell your music. Maybe you're making like awesome music mixes or sound, or you want to sell like audiobooks. Do it on Gumroad, not on the same Etsy store, because those two have nothing in common. Those 2 topics cannot be in the same store. For those of you who are selling print-on-demand on marketplaces like Redbubble, Society6, even Etsy, I did make some videos about how to blog about your Redbubble store, how to blog about your Etsy store, your print-on-demand business to make more money and bring more traffic in. But you guys have requested several times that I basically lay it out to blogging ideas, which could also be related to Pinterest accounts or Instagram accounts, like blogging on each and every one of them, or even vlogging on YouTube. So on this Saturday, I'm seeing you guys with Redbubble or any kind of print-on-demand platform, blogging ideas. So it's going to be super, super fun. I'm also going to be seeing you at the 20th of the month with a special video on how to make and sell digital learning sheets, because education is a really strong niche to be into, especially with COVID, people not going to school, parents choosing to homeschool, or just, parents wanting their kids to do something educational with their free time instead of just playing in their iPad. And on the 23rd, we're coming here with another shop review video that I'm super, super excited. And on the 25th, I promised you guys to start doing product review videos, and I do have a lot of products coming my way, but they are going to take more time to arrive fully and will probably be at the end of the month or in October. But on the 25th is a video that you guys have been requesting, well, pretty much intensively, because I've gotten about 15 DMs on this. I made the Canva text effect tutorial, and everyone just wants me to make a Canva image effect tutorial, including how to delete background, the swirl effects, and what we can do with them. So that is going to be coming up at the 25th. As I mentioned in my previous video, this video was supposed to be tomorrow, but it got pushed in to today, because once the sun is going to go down, it's officially a tournament day till tomorrow night when there are 3 stars in the sky. Don't ask me, I know that religions can be weird, and yes, all religions are weird when you're not a part of them or grow up into them. But Atonement Day has a special meaning for a lot of Jewish people. A lot of Jewish people don't eat during that day, even the not religious ones. It's basically 24 hours of not eating, not drinking, not turning on electricity, especially definitely not working, and basically soul searching, praying, and connecting with God and forgiving the people who have hurt us in the past year, asking for forgiveness from those people, as well as forgiving ourselves. So as of this evening, I'm gonna dive into some soul searching. While I'm not medically allowed to fast, I am gonna shrink down on what I'm eating and try to focus my thoughts on this day. No, I'm not religious, but Atonement Day is one of the traditions that I have been observing in the past few years. It's sort of like a yearly soul searching, forgiveness, forgiving myself, forgiving others, and learning to let go. For that reason, I apologize in advance to those of you who are going to comment or DM, and I'm not going to answer right away. I'm still here for the next few hours to answer your comments and questions, and we'll be back to answer your comments and questions on Friday morning. I would like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and liked it, please hit that like button down below, because then YouTube is going to think, hey, this is a cool video. I'm going to show it to more people. And subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. With that being said, that was it from me for today. And I don't want to say happy Atonement Day, because it's not actually a thing, but to all of the Jewish viewers in this channel, have an easy fasting, a good soul searching, connect with God, and Gmar Chatima Tova, which is in Hebrew, and I really don't know how to translate it other than finish good signing. Yes, religions are weird. I said that before. But that was it from me for today. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!